Hello, my toasters. Shall we get this week's nonsense underway? As usual, please sit back, shut the fuck up for 5 minutes, and give me 1 million likes, please. Ready? Well, let's go. On Monday, I began the week, surprisingly, not by endlessly repeating myself, but by spending 2 hours in London, screaming and spinning in circles. On what was a cold, wet and miserable day, I successfully managed to make things even more miserable for the locals, forcing them to hear shouts about podcasts and trolls and other nonsense. While life went on around me, and without me, I performed my little routine of tappy taps and spins, leaving everyone in confusion as to exactly what series of unfortunate events must have occurred to leave a man this broken and unattended to, when clearly he requires a carer or at least a little life assistance. In the afternoon, we saw my domesticated side shine through, and I demonstrated the benefits of mopping a wall before painting a few patches of white paint on an already white wall and making it look painfully awkward while doing so. My pug faced and attempted to smile when I was lucky enough to be selected by the American sausage lip goblin, Vegan Riz, for some battles, and my tiny peepee felt fizzy at the potential of receiving some hate gifts, but I didn't get much, and the disappointment, added to my day's activities, saw me become tired, so I had a little sit down to scratch my head and moan, once again, about trolls. Tuesday morning saw me begin my day with the goal to paint another wall in my daddy's kitchen. I painted for 10 minutes before becoming distracted by my addiction to TikTok battles and began abusing everyone I came across because I was jealous that they were likable and I am a living, breathing piece of shit. Being such a pathetic little loser made me tired, so I took a break to search online for thrones. At lunchtime, the painting resumed. I discovered some crystal glasses my daddy was hiding from me, and I smashed one because I have no respect for anyone's property, not even my poor, elderly, and ill father. And then late in the afternoon, we were surprised to learn Isaac HP had finally dropped the long-awaited documentary on me, a short film, attempting to showcase the real me to a YouTube audience. And after watching this, it was immediately clear I had found a new person to pretend I was a victim to, and I had lied to him throughout. But ecstatic that I was now famous, I made my final return 11 and a half hours after starting, and applied the final parts to the first coat of paint on just one wall, and then turned my attention, once again, to moaning about trolls, making claims trolls had been threatening my supporters' families, but was not yet able to present any evidence of this happening. On Wednesday, I started the day exceedingly passionate to show everyone inside my mouth, and then, with my eyes closed, I gathered my empty thoughts and my hateful dreams that when I grow up and I am a big boy, I will be able to buy lots of clothes with men's names written on. This week's theme of cheap home improvements was set to continue, now into the third day, and I had absolutely no shame in showing the public my disgusting dirty toilet, and I took an unnecessary amount of time to complete the painting of a very small area, occasionally stopping to shout at my viewers that I wanted gifting for my small efforts. I took a few hours break for lunch, and when I returned, I gave a 5-star freestyle rapping performance in my bedroom, with an uncanny resemblance to the actions you may see a 10-year-old child do, babbling on about some load of old bollocks into my toy microphone, before providing some side-splittingly hilarious comedy by pretending to cry, and then dedicated an unhealthy amount of time to screaming, once again, about the bloody trolls. And then, on Thursday, I decided I was to be ill again, so there would be no screaming and spinning in circles. For someone who only sings and dances on his lives, and someone who suffers with mental health and a burning in his head that is only cured when singing and dancing, while also causing happiness and joy to the public, he sure does seem to be lacking in actually doing any singing and dancing, doesn't he? It could now accurately be said, all he isn't doing is singing and dancing on his lives, all he is doing is moaning non-stop about trolls. I tried to watch Kevin on Thursday, but at around 10 in the morning, he began saying the phrase, "The comments are triggered," and he must have said it 200 times, as it took him over half an hour to stop saying it over and over and over again, and I literally could endure no more of the mad ramblings of the shittest man alive. So, for this week, that's it, my toasters. Have a great week, and I'll see you all soon.